The episode begins with an explosion in the city. We see a monster destroying the city. People are running for their lives, screaming for help. The scene shifts to the Hero Association headquarters, where they are contacting available heroes. But only Smile Man and Lightning Max are available. Both Smile Man and Lightning Max are swiftly defeated, their failure broadcast live on every TV screen. Somewhere in a small apartment, a bald man sits on his couch, watching the events unfold. He decides to go there himself to deal with this threat. Then we see that the man is Saitama himself. At the scene, the monster is towering over a terrified little girl. It raises its claw, ready to strike, when suddenly Saitama appears and saves her. The monster asks who he is, and Saitama says he is a hero just for fun. This remark enrages the monster, who undergoes a dramatic transformation into a more powerful form. He says that the Earth created him because humans have polluted the Earth, and for them, it's just fun. He's about to finish his sentence, but Saitama kills him with just one punch, which makes him sad. He mutters to himself, "Too easy. Again." Flashback to 3 years ago, when Saitama was a normal person and jobless. A monster comes in front of Saitama, scaring everyone in the area. But Saitama stood there, unfazed, his eyes empty. He felt like he had nothing to lose. Crabman spares his life because he thinks they are similar in a way. Crabman tells him he is looking for a kid with a big chin who drew nipples on his chest while he was sleeping. Saitama finds the kid shortly after, but is horrified when Crabman catches up to them and tries to kill the boy. Saitama saves the kid and asks Crabman to spare the kid's life. But Crabman starts beating Saitama. Blow after blow, it looks like Saitama's done for. But then Saitama does something unexpected. He grabs his tie and uses it to strike Crabman. In one swift move, he takes out Crabman's eye, ending the fight right there. After that day, he trained so hard that he went bald. He became the hero he always wanted to be, but his heart feels empty because he is so strong that he kills everyone with just one punch, and there's no fun in it. What's the point of being a hero if there's no thrill, no struggle, no joy? Now, back to the present, where he is shopping. But a giant monster named Maragori starts destroying the city. Maragori used to be a bodybuilder and always wanted to be the strongest man. His brother Fukugao gave him the super serum, which turned him into a giant monster. As Maragori destroys everything, Fukugao barks orders from his shoulder. But when Saitama appears on the other shoulder, Fukugao panics and tells Maragori to kill him. But Maragori accidentally kills his own brother. He blames Saitama for it and starts beating him. But Saitama finishes him in one punch, which makes him sad again. The power he once dreamed of has become a curse. He can't feel any emotions, which is very important for a human being. He lost something precious in return for power. He goes back to his house, where he finds another monster who tries to attack him, but he also kills him with one punch. The next morning, while he is sleeping, he is attacked by monsters called subterraneans. Subterranean people used to live underground, but because of overpopulation, they have decided to come to the surface of the earth and eradicate all humans. They start beating him brutally, and for the first time in 3 years, he is bleeding and feeling pain. For the first time in years, Saitama feels something. The subterraneans are strong enough to make him bleed. He starts beating them with joy because they are powerful for him, and he is struggling for the first time while fighting. He kills all of them. Then the subterranean king comes to the ground. Saitama is very happy to see a worthy opponent after a long time. He jumps to punch him, but the alarm goes off and he wakes up. It was all a dream. There's no one worthy to fight him. Then he sees that real subterranean people have come to Earth. He kills the subterranean king with just one blow, and the rest retreat underground in terror. Now he's sad again. No challenge, no joy, no purpose. The second episode kicks off, and right away, we see breaking news on TV. The city is under attack by mosquitoes. Everyone is advised to leave the city, but one daring thief decides to stay behind, seeing this as the perfect opportunity to loot the empty city. Well, it doesn't take long for karma to strike. Mosquitoes swarm him, and in seconds, they drain every last drop of blood from him. Cut to Saitama. A single mosquito is buzzing around him, and this tiny creature is driving him crazy. Saitama tries to kill the mosquito, but even after trying 100 times, he can't get rid of it. That's when we learn these mosquitoes aren't just acting on their own. They're being controlled by Mosquito Girl. Mosquito Girl gets attacked by a hero named Genos, whose body parts are almost entirely robotic. He knows what's at stake. If he can defeat Mosquito Girl, the mosquitoes will stop attacking the city. They start fighting, and Mosquito Girl rips off his arm, but Genos also cuts off her legs. Then she orders her mosquitoes to bring her more blood. Here we see Saitama still chasing that mosquito. During his chase, he meets Genos, who advises him to leave, otherwise he will die. Genos is attacked again by the mosquitoes, but he kills them all with a big blast. Saitama, still unharmed, stands there like nothing happened. Genos is stunned. Who is this guy? As for Mosquito Girl, she's now fully powered up with all the blood her swarm collected. She launches a devastating attack on Genos, ripping him apart piece by piece. It looks like it's over for him, until Saitama steps in. Saitama kills her with just one slap. Genos, amazed, asks Saitama who he is and requests him to make Genos his student. Saitama agrees without thinking. Next week, Genos goes to Saitama's apartment, but Saitama tells him he doesn't need any students. Genos asks him why he is bald at such a young age. Saitama gets angry and says, "Yes, I am bald. Do you have any problem?" Genos asks, "Do you want to hear my problem?" and starts telling him his story. They wiped out his entire family, leaving him as the sole survivor. Dr. Kuseno saved him, gave him robotic upgrades, and now he's been hunting that android for 4 years, seeking revenge. Saitama gets irritated by his story and tells him to keep it under 20 words. Genos tells him he wants Saitama to train him so he can take his revenge by becoming powerful enough. The scene shifts to Dr. Genos, who was the one who sent Mosquito Girl. He's watching all of this and is blown away by Saitama's strength. He's so intrigued that he decides he needs Saitama for his experiments. To make that happen, he sends more monsters to capture him. Back in the city, one of these monsters attacks Saitama. Saitama finishes him off instantly with one punch. 2 other monsters appear in the street. Genos says he will handle them, but Saitama defeats them instead. Then, Ground Dragon appears, sucking Saitama into the ground with only his head sticking out. On the surface, Genos is fighting Armored Gorilla and demands to know who sent him. Meanwhile, Saitama chooses to keep his body that way because he thinks it's warm and comfortable. Beast King arrives and starts threatening Saitama, but Saitama, yawning, says, "I just need a nap." Saitama comes out of the ground easily and asks Beast King to apologize. Beast King gets angry and starts attacking Saitama, but in the process, he kills his own friends. Then Saitama kills him with just one punch. While Genos is investigating Armored Gorilla after defeating him, just then, Saitama shows up, casually holding Beast King's eye in his hand. Armored Gorilla, completely terrified, spills the truth. He and the others were sent by the House of Evolution. And just like that, the episode ends. If you want to know what happens next, comment below and don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.